Good morning. How are you? Okay, I hope you find good. So today we have a literature session. Okay, this I'm talking about literature terms. So first let me share my screen with you. I think now you can share my screen. Yes. You can share my screen now. I think so. Okay, I think we have discussed before. Sorry. We have discussed before about the allegory. Yes, okay, so here, well, let's mean allegory. Allegory here, that's mean is a story or a poem or generic poem, okay, that's in try to send a meaning in a high way or in indirect way, with indirect way. So again, please, allegory, what does mean allegory? Isn't a story or a poem, okay, a story or a poem, but so try to send a meaning in indirect way. So here let's discuss abstract ideas. What does it mean discuss abstract ideas? That with indirect way. Okay, so here listen, when you try to deliver a hidden meaning with indirect way. So for example here, that's an animal farm. Animal farm, of course, all most of us know, that an animal farm is not for children, but is a political story. Political story. So here he wants to deliver a mean, okay, but in a hidden way or but in indirect way. Okay, that's called allegory. Okay, that's in from the past. Okay, that's an old literature we have discussed before. The second one we have discussed before also, that's called alliteration. Alliteration, that's an alliteration that when you repeat the same consonant sound. When you repeat the same consonant sound. Okay, for example here, that's in sells or she sells seashells. Okay, so here this is called alliteration. Why alliteration? Because they will repeat the same consonant sound. After that, we have illusion. Illusion that means that when you're trying to mention someone or something is well known from the history or well known from the past. That's called illusion. For example, here, when the wife told her husband, "I think you Romeo," of course, no. Of course, that her husband is not Romeo, or he doesn't Romeo, but he or she tried to kill him because he treated him in a romantic way. Okay, so here that's after he offered some type of romantic gesture. Okay, so that's an illusion. Okay. Okay, so here next one here is called ambiguity. Ambiguity is means you are being. Excuse me, sorry, just a minute, please. Okay. Ambiguity this means you are being unclear or to get confused. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? It's in getting misunderstand. Okay, when you are misunderstand, what does it misunderstand? You're not unclear or yeah, your understanding is not clear. So here, for example, listen, I saw someone on the hill. So you ask me, Mister, did you use a telescope to see someone on the hill? Or did you see someone on the hill to holding a telescope? Okay, so here is ambiguity. That's a misunderstand, unclear. Okay. After that, we have talked about analogy. Analogy is mean comparison between two things, okay, to show how they are like. Okay, so here, for example, the memory is to love. So we make a comparison between the memory and love. Okay, what the saucer is to the cup. So here, memory and love. So here is an analogy. Why analogy? Because it's a comparison between two things. Comparison between two things. After that, okay, all of these, okay, that's all literary terms. Today, let's start in our literary term or a new lesson of literary terms. That's called anaphora. Okay, anaphora. Yes, anaphora. What does mean anaphora? Anaphora here does mean a repetition or repeat a word or a phrase or a clause at the beginning of two or more sentences in a row. When you repeat a sentence or a word or a phrase at the beginning of two or more sentences. For example, here, when you say or when the author say here, each woe is the best of time, each woe is the worst of time, each woe is the age of wisdom, each woe is the age of foolishness. Okay, so here now he repeat each woes, each woes, each woes, each woes. Why he repeat it? Okay, because it's an anaphora, it's called an anaphora. So he tried to emphasize a meaning to deliver to the reader. Okay, so this is called anaphora. Okay, each woes here. It was, it's also, it was, and it was, and also it was. Okay, this repeat at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, thank you. So here, that's called anaphora. And after that, we have something it's called anastrophe. Anastrophe, that's mean inversion of the usual, normal, or logical order for the part of a sentence. So here, anastrophe, that's mean when you try to change the structure of the sentence, change the structure. Mister, what does it mean, Mister? Anastrophe here, that's when I say, for example, here, of pain, you could wish only one thing. Of pain, you could wish only one thing. One thing you wish to that's happen, that it should stop. Stop what? Stop pain. Okay, nothing in the world was so bad as physical. Nothing in the world was so bad as physical pain. Is the worst or the most difficult point in the world is the physical pain. خلي بالك هنا قال لي هنا in the face of pain there are no heroes. In the face of pain, there are no heroes. Okay, this sentence, it should be written like this. There are no heroes in the face of pain. The sentence, there are no heroes. Okay, that's it. These are no heroes. Okay, so number one, in the face of pain. Okay. In the face of pain. Okay, so here this part is called anastrophe. Why anastrophe? Because he changed the structure of the sentence. Okay, there are no heroes in the face of pain. So here in the face of pain, the same color here. Okay, so here there are no heroes. Okay. This is called anastrophe. So again here, that's an anaphora that we repeat the word at the beginning of the sentence, and anastrophe that's mean inversion, the usual normal logical. Okay, when you're trying to change the structure of the sentence, that's called anastrophe. After that, we have something it's called anecdote. Anecdote that means a brief story told to illustrate a point. Okay, to serve it. Okay, so here, illustrate a point or serve as an example of something. Often shows character of an individual. Often, okay, shows characters of an individual. So here, anecdote, we need to apply a personal story to emphasize or to illustrate a point you want to deliver it to the reader or to the listener, to the audience. Again, yeah, Mister, we don't understand. Okay, for the example here, that's in picture a mother and a father. Picture a mother and a father discussing whether or not to get a dog for the family. Okay, they discuss about getting a dog for the family. And the father say, you know, when I was a kid, my dog was my best friend. My childhood was was better because of him. So here, the father say this personal story to illustrate a point. to illustrate a point. So here the mother contemplates his story, okay, that's influenced by his story and his anecdote. Anecdote that's mean his personal story, anecdote that's mean his personal story, and then agrees that they should be the. Why she agrees? Okay, because he said a personal story. Personal story, it's called his anecdote. Okay, after that, let's move into the next one. It's called antagonist. Antagonists mean the opponent or who struggles against the block or block the hero. Against the hero. You can say against the hero, okay, or protagonist. What does it mean, protagonist? The hero. The hero does mean protagonist, okay. Okay, in a story. So here, antagonist, this means the enemy, opponent, or the enemy who struggles against the hero. Okay. After that, we have the last one today. It's called antimatable. Antimatable. What does mean antimatable? That's a repetition of the word in successive clause to reverse a grammatical order. Mr. What does it mean? One should, that's or the person should eat to live, not live to eat. So here, eat to live and live to eat. Eat to live and live to eat. So here, this is called antimatable. What does mean antimatable? Let's repeat the word in successive clause. Try to make it in the opposite. Okay, you like it, you like it likes you. You like it likes you. So here, this is called antimatable. What does mean antimatable? Repetition of the word in the opposite way. Fair is full. Okay. And fall is fair. That's one called antimatable. Okay. So try to read this file again, please. Okay. Then this assignment, try to answer the following questions. Okay. And anything you misunderstand, try to text me on my Gmail. Thank you for your interesting and try to read the file because it's really, really, really important. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.